Sorry they weren't longer, but it's not our... We did the best. I would like to make a couple of introductions this morning. One of the projects we have with the Grand Prix is to make a good presentation software for glider racing. You know, we've had a lot of different types of software in the past. And so we have a contract or an arrangement with Silent Wings. And it's an FAI project for all air sports, but particularly for gliding. And I wanted to introduce you to Ola and Thomas, who are here. So Ola and Thomas, if you stand up, please. Thanks, guys. They're doing a great job for us. They're making a completely new studio. Not just the old Silent Wings viewer, but a studio that we can use in competitions. This studio will be used by every Grand Prix next year. So with the same presentation, with the ability to put logos on the gliders, names, things like that, nice 3D representation of the gliders, the sailplanes, sorry. And also we have designed it so it can take feed from any tracker system. So each competition can have its own tracker system, and it just feeds into that. And it will come with the Grand Prix, with the website and everything else. So for us, it's one of the next steps to making the thing work together as a complete series. Also, Roland, are you here? Wo is Roland? Okay, we'll reintroduce Roland tomorrow. Can we go on to the next slide? Yesterday, when you came back, it was very nice, yeah? And particularly interesting was the F-16 that went past, or it sounded like an F-16, yeah? It's just really... we would like a video of that. Did anybody video it? It's okay, because if you didn't, we have to ask him to do it again. So, Lawrence, it looks like we have to make an arrangement to do it again, because you know the YouTube audience is very enhanced by certain words. Yeah? And we think if we have Lawrence flying down the runway with his jet, we can have sexy jet nearly crashes in Varese, yeah? And it will get 10 million hits straight away. Yeah? Maybe sexy jet with naked pilot nearly crashes in Varese. Yeah. Be good. Huh? So we'll make a plan about that, Lawrence. Okay, so let's move on. Today, the national Italian television is here. They will be filming around the airfield, maybe come to talk to you. We would like you to have your umbrellas on the grid. It's going to be warm and sunny, so you have a good use for them, because it's very important for the sponsor. It's very important for the sponsor to get the exposure. If we have the umbrellas on the grid with the sponsor's name on, always turn the name towards the TV man. Yeah, that would be very nice, and that'd be very helpful. Also, there will be hang glider activity on the airfield. After launching, when you have gone, there'll be some aero towing hang gliders, and I think some winch launching hang gliders for entertaining the people here. And so that activity doesn't interfere at all with the competition. It'll be finished before you do, I hope. We roll on. We talked yesterday about the Finnish radio. It's no problem to use the landing frequency for the reporting point finish, and then you do not have to change frequency afterwards. If you want to use the competition frequency for reporting point, that's okay. Yeah? But please, there's no problem to use this for reporting point and all the time. It's much better if there are 3 or 4 of you together. You don't have to change frequency when you're low and fast. Yeah. The finishing today. The first three gliders to finish will be asked to clear to the left after landing. So we would like you to land in the normal way, but taxi, or would you prefer land on the tarmac? land on the tarmac? Or yeah. So we prefer the first 3 to land on the tarmac and clear to the left. You will be given clearance by radio to make sure we do not have a conflict with anybody landing direct. Yeah? If somebody calls that they are low and landing direct, then we continue with the normal procedure. Only the first 3. So you've got to go fast if you want to end up out in front of the crowd. The flight recorder interval, still we have Leo and Whiskey Golf. Please check that your flight recorders are set correctly. And the FLARM setting, make sure your FLARMs are set on the normal setting. They're not set with no tracker setting or stealth setting for this competition. Because it seems yesterday we missed a lot of people on the FLARM tracking system, and that's a problem for us, and we're not sure why. I explained again about the tracker system. The tracker data feeds into Silent Wings. We still do not have the antennas for Yellow Brick. They should arrive tomorrow. They're somewhere in the UPS system, yeah, and they haven't been delivered. They will arrive tomorrow, so from tomorrow, we have Yellow Brick in every glider. And then we don't have a problem, I hope. But until then, we have to manage with the Track 24 and the FLARM. Thomas and Ola have done a fantastic job in merging the data. Yeah? So we can use either, and we can use mixed. We can mix Yellow Brick and Track 24, or we can use the FLARM. But when we lose both, we're screwed. Yeah? So please make sure your FLARM's set properly. Okay, we go back one, and I hand you over to Giorgio now for the weather today.
Okay, good morning, everybody. So we go with the weather. We start, as usual, with the analysis on the ground last night. You see the high-pressure ridge is almost has approached our area, and in the last few hours is now exactly on top of us. We had an increase in pressure of about 8 hectopascal tonight, and you saw yesterday evening we had some north föhn effect, northwest wind. This is also very clear if we look at the situation at flight level 180. You see now the flow, it's northwest, 45 knots. So it's exactly what we expected, and we are happy that happened, really. Nothing special to see on the Meteosat. You see the föhn effect, it's clearly, because you see that the white stuff north of the Alps, and here it's black, so it's completely clear, and as you can see from outside. So, thermal prognosis for today. Starting from our area, we will have a development of good thermals from around midday, 1 o'clock, with the ceiling reaching 2,500 meters, with blue thermals. Maybe few cumulus, but only few cumulus. Then if we have a look on the eastern side, the ceiling is a little bit more higher, almost approaching 3,000, but still no clouds, blue thermals. Even if I don't believe this, because in this area, in the Bergamascher Alp, you will find some cumulus. Not a lot, but some cumulus, okay? This is also confirmed by this system, because if we look at this one, you see nothing in our area, but you see in the east side some clouds. Okay, so we will depart with blue thermals. We will start the race probably with blue thermals, but then moving to the east, you will find some cumulus. So then you will decide where to go. Any question about the weather? We prepared, and we will deliver to you. We prepared some weather information written. So you have the wind at the ground, wind at 850 hectopascal, so 1,500 meters, temperature and dew point, and the pressure. Okay? So for today we have this. This afternoon we will maybe improve a little bit more. So if no question, we go to the task. Good. So task for today. We start on top of the airfield for the public, so it's nice looking to see you when you are starting. First turning point will be in Gandino, that is northeast of Bergamo, inside the mountains. Second turning point in Laveno, you already know it very well, at the border of the Maggiore Lake. Then you go to Alzate Brianza airfield, Varese hospital reporting point, and Calcinate as landing. About outlandings, okay, on the first leg, it's no problem around here. You have our airfield for sure. South of Como, you have some fields. Then you have Alzate Brianza airfield. Then here you have good fields again. You have the Conga airstrip here. Then here you have Valbrembo airfield, gliding airfield. Then this is the only tricky area. Inside the valley is not landable, so to land out, you have to come out of the mountains, out of the hills, and reach the flat. If you reach the flat, then it's no problem for outlanding. Coming back from the first landing point, it's the same way, so it's not a big deal. And then the last legs are just almost local, so you already know the area. Any question? Como airspace is active also today.
To what altitude? What is the top of the airspace
In Como is 4,500 feet, so you can overfly in case. I remind you that the maximum altitude on the contest area is 3,500. I don't think you will reach 3,500, but you will be almost close. Como airspace is prohibited up to 4,500. About outlanding, I think I said already. Any question? No?
So we would like you on the grid by 12:30. We push back 12:30, consolidate the grid. The cars, yesterday I was fantastic. I was really impressed. Everybody went to the right place without asking. It's amazing. Maybe we should never mention it, and then everybody does it properly. Yeah? The only area that we would please ask you not to park your cars is in front of the clubhouse, because people there, the sponsors and VIPs will be in that area, and it's not interesting for them to look at the back of your car. So move it a little bit further on.
About cars, also, this is not only for you, but also for your crew, for everybody. We will have some public today coming, and it's for sure it's not nice that the first thing they see is parked cars. It's not a parking place here, it's an airfield. So please, cars where the trailer are all on the back, so nobody see it. They are even safer because they are inside the airfield, so nobody can touch it, and they are not easy to reach. So please, no cars on the parking place here in front of the hangars. So when you finish with your glider, please put the car where the trailer are. Okay?
Last slide. Okay. Tomorrow we will give you task sheets before briefing. We have the task sheets here 15 minutes before briefing because it's a problem afterwards. But we would ask you that whilst briefing is taking place, please pay attention to the briefing and don't sit playing with your computer. Task sheet is here, weather sheet is here. Please take one before you leave. And we see you on the grid. Have a nice day and fly carefully, boys. Thanks.
Thank you. See you on the grid.